Nazareth, the largest Arab city in Israel, usually bustling with tourists, is now facing a dire economic crisis due to the lack of tourism caused by the Israel-Hamas war. The city doesn't know how long it can sustain itself under these conditions. The walls of the mayor's office are covered in pictures of him meeting with regional and international political and religious leaders, among them Pope Francis, who visited the city in 2019. The mayor is the address for local residents and business people as the economy continues to plummet.
I'm the mayor of Nazareth, the largest Arab city in Israel, and the second largest city in the north after Haifa. The central government doesn't provide us with the same economic support it gives Jewish cities. My budget is 500 million shekels, not the 800 million a Jewish city would receive. If this were a Jewish city, the budget would be more. But because we're an Arab city, made of Muslims and Christians, we're treated differently. We still feel treated like second-class citizens, not just because we're Arabs, but because we don't receive the economic resources we deserve, especially compared to the nearby Jewish town of Nofa Galil.
The current economic crisis has deeply impacted the educational sphere.
Things are falling apart. The situation is deteriorating, and we cannot continue like this. The economic situation is dire. With the school year starting on September 1st, families need to buy books and supplies, but many cannot afford them. We need a larger budget to support them. We also need to cover the monthly salaries of school staff, which range from 10,000 to 15,000 shekels. This will be a significant challenge. Many students will start the school year without books or supplies. In the Old City, everything is closed due to the complete halt in tourism. Even here we are struggling. Only half of the municipal staff is working today, and we need to figure out how to pay their salaries.
The Media Line spoke with Amir Bisharat, the CEO of the National Committee of Heads of Arab Local Authorities, about the budget cuts to the Arab sector implemented early this year.
The new government said, we will respect the 550 decision, the 30 billion shekels, but we will not give you the 20 billion shekels, the other 20 billion shekels for 10 years. And also from that, they cut 15% after the war, and that 200 million shekels for 3 years, 600 million shekels for the 3 years. And some of the ministries are also have no motivation to work or to invest the money. So they tomorrow, next year, next month. The cut is much more than 15%.
Nazareth continues to struggle with crime, especially during the ongoing conflict.
Nazareth is one of the most cities hit by crime, violence, crime, accidents, everything. And also there is, I think, maybe 2 or 3 crime organizations who are located in Nazareth. Going in the open spaces in Nazareth, it's very unsafe, especially at night. That's why, in general, before October 7th, people came to Israel, the Christian who came to Israel, come to Nazareth, so the church, and then go sleep in Tiberia or in Jerusalem or somewhere else.
Citizens share the same concerns.
The problem of Nazareth is not the war, it's even before. Since 1998, we have issues in the old city and we have a high crime. The percent is really high. We have a lot of crime and the police doesn't really do their job. They come and, try to look for people from the West Bank and to find them or check our identity, IDs, while we are sitting in the cafe. So they're not doing their job for us, they're doing their job against us. So that's why I kind of don't have hope for any future projects or any future ideas or thoughts because we're definitely not included in it.
The city has a lack of shelters as well, which could be problematic amid a war.
Our schools, hospitals, churches, and mosques are equipped with shelters, and nearly all houses built after 1975 have inner safe spaces. We are working to build more shelters just in case.
Most of the houses were built before the law was to be done in this country, to each house have a shelter. My house, it does have a shelter. Other houses that was built before the country itself doesn't have a shelter. So who knows what will they do if something were to happen? The best solution, I suggest, if they build a shelter in a few places that can contain most people that doesn't have shelter in their houses.
The heart of the old city, with its colorful traditional shops, lively restaurants, cafes, and guest houses, now looks completely empty.
The economic situation was already difficult before the war, starting in the 2000s, worsening the hardship for market vendors. Many businesses have closed, and people have left, but this city will not give up.
From the moment I opened the cafe, I wanted to depend on locals. And I've worked really hard in the media and social media to bring Arabs and people of Nazareth to the old city. That's why I'm still open. I didn't close like most shops here, like the hotels and the hostels here in the old city. There are only 3 hotels working here today from 20 or 20 something. So it's not just luck. I worked really hard to be where I am today, and I depend on local money and locals.
This is the application that we use. It's called Optima. The only thing that I can do for now, the simplest thing, is start a new day. That just a simple press of the button, and that's all that I can do as a receptionist in a hotel where the tourism itself is dead. There's no chicken, no checkouts, nothing for anyone to pay. When it changes to the other screen, you will see that it has like literally 0 since 7th of October up until now.
Thinking about the future, given the current struggles, looks unbearable for many if changes don't happen.
I know this place became a hope for a lot of people, even though if I lost hope. The war have affected me personally and economically, but I always feel guilty to talk about economics when people are killed and people of my people are killed every day, and there's a genocide an hour away from me. So am I supposed to complain about my life? I feel that I am privileged. So I am worried about my future. I am worried about what is happening today and what will happen for me as a Palestinian who live in the Israeli borders.
Rich people will leave the Arab towns, hopefully for the Jewish towns, but some of them will go to United States of America or Europe. We will have more crime, more violence, less education, less sports or activity for young people, less cleaning the city, and a very complicated situation. I don't want to think about it, but it's very difficult, very complicated, and it's very wrong.
From Nazareth, Giorgia Valente reporting for the Media Line.